Hi, and welcome to another segment of Pick a Positive Perspective for a Better You, sponsored by Advent Health New Smyrna Beach Foundation. I'm very excited today to introduce to you one of our faculty members. Her name is Mrs. Thompson, and she is our guidance counselor here at Read-Pattillo. She does amazing things for our children, but not just for our children, but for our families. Welcome to this morning, and thank you so much for coming.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. You know what? Tell our audience a little bit about who you are and what you do at the school, and exactly what is a guidance counselor.
Well, hi everybody. This is my 20th year in education. I've been a guidance counselor for 14 years now. I come from New York City, as you could probably tell from my accent. I work with individual students, groups of students. I work with parents to try to connect them to resources should they need any assistance. And basically I'm here for everybody, staff as well.
I love that. Now, what kind of services do you provide to our children here at school?
I do sessions on social skills, anger management. Sometimes our students just need someone to talk to, or they want to share something positive as well. We have lunch bunch that I work with
I love that.
I go into classrooms quarterly in a typical year to read special SEL books, social emotional learning books, and a lot of different things.
Just meeting that need of children. Now, do kids just come and just talk to you just because they need somebody to talk to?
Absolutely. I have a lot of students that just will come, they want to say hi, or they just want to chat for 5 to 10 minutes. So yes, a lot of students.
I love that. That is so wonderful. Now, if parents have concerns, can you also, and do you also reach out to parents?
For sure. A lot of parents will reach out to me if they just don't know where to find resources, or if they're having an issue with their student and they want some advice. They can call the school and just ask for me. You can email me. My information is on the website.
I love that.
Yes.
Well, one of the things that I just heard you say is SEL, Social Emotional Learning. Can you explain what that means to our parents?
There's been a big push that students' academic success also contains social emotional learning. Without that and the two working together, you're not a whole human being if you also don't have social emotional skills. So the school district has provided social emotional learning time into every teacher's master schedule, and every day our teachers are doing wonderful things with this program. It teaches students how to manage their emotions and recognize their emotions, and how to be kind to one another, how to make friends. And when you walk around our building, you see the teachers doing incredible things. One example is Class Dojo. I've walked in and they're doing breathing exercises by watching the video, and one of our teachers has a daily check-in where the students say how they're feeling and why they're feeling that way, and then at the end of the day has that mood changed. So really wonderful things are going on.
And you know what's so important about children learning that at school is that that could and should follow them home. So when they get to their family, you know, maybe there's some problems with another sibling at home, that they know how to respond in a kind manner, not in an anger issue. Now, children that have anger concerns, how do you help those children work through some of those issues?
Sure, and we do have a lot of students and adults that suffer with anger management, and there's a lot of breathing techniques, or taking a pause and just thinking about, do I want to react the way I normally react, or do I want to try something different? Take a moment. I tell them, you know, ask your teacher to go take a walk, or get a drink of water, or come pop in with me just to say hi, and it resets you for the moment.
Absolutely. Kind of like redirect, you know, their mind, and kind of get them away from maybe a very difficult a situation that they don't know quite how to handle. You know, I know in our classroom in kindergarten, we do social and emotional learning activities every single morning. And I give children the opportunity to talk to each other, and to talk to me, and to talk to our team, because you know, when you come to school, we're a team, and we're all working together. And you know, I've watched kids just kind of, they might come in having a bad morning, maybe they couldn't find the backpack and there was stress going on at home, maybe, you know, the shoes weren't in the right place, and you know, mom or dad or grandma were finding a little bit of stress, but it kind of helps them just to kind of unfold a little bit and kind of relax a little bit and know that this is a safe haven place for them to come. So if a parent is having a problem at home, and maybe their child is afraid to come to school. Maybe COVID has caused some fear. What are some things that parents might do at home to help work through those fear issues with their children?
Well, overall, students are experiencing more stress than ever, parents, everyone in this moment. And some things that a parent could do to relieve that stress is you definitely want to open the dialogue with your child. You want them to know that they can talk to you, and whatever they tell you, you're still going to love them and care about them. Something I like is called the rose and thorn. And every day, because it's very difficult to get young students to really express what's going on. So we do the rose and thorn at home. What was the high point, the rose, and what was the low point, the thorn. And sometimes you can figure out what's really bothering them when they tell you this was the worst part of my day.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yes.
What a good idea, good strategy to use. I know several years ago, Mrs. Anderson, through our media center, bought the teachers, it was about a bucket, and how to fill your bucket. And you put good things inside your bucket to make your bucket full by the end of the day. And you know what, we still practice that in class, because sometimes when a child comes into the classroom and you know that it's kind of been a rough morning, we find those positive things, those good things, and then we begin to fill their bucket every day. And you know what, I think filling buckets at home would be important for parents to be able to do too. And having that dialogue, that conversation, that's really important. So tell our parents, if they need services or they need help, how can they get in contact with you?
Well, you could call the main, if you don't know my number, you could definitely call the main office and ask for me. I'm the only guidance counselor here, so they'll direct you right to me. You could pop in and make an appointment to see me. My email is on the website. It's dathomps, dathomps, at volusia.k12.fl.us.
Well, you know, I know in this pandemic time that we're all going through some hardships, and I know we've got parents that are still out of work. I know we've got parents that are still fearful, and I understand that. You know, I'm a grandparent, but I'm also a parent also. But having that calm effect in our lives, you know, no matter what we're going through, there are things that we can work through, and there are strategies that we can learn to help, whether you're an adult or whether you're a child, to take fear away. So with one last thought, what would you share, maybe one of your really, really, really amazing thoughts on how that a parent can take fear away from a child at home? What can they do to reduce that fear?
There's a few things that you could do that can reduce it. I don't know about take it away completely, because everyone is just, you know, we're all watching the news too much. So if you could reduce the amount of background news that your children are hearing, that may help. Also, you want to stick to a routine. Studies show that even in crisis time, if you have a routine, a sleep schedule, a regular, this is when we wake up, this is when we go have lunch, that calms students and children a lot, and adults too, when we have stability. You want to get as much rest as you can. And of course, you just want to hug them and love them. And it's okay to tell your children that you're fearful too.
Absolutely.
You know, you don't want to lie and say there's nothing to worry about, but you just want to manage their emotions and yourself.
I love that. How wonderful. And spend a lot of time playing together. Go outside and do something fun as a family.
Yes, show them this still positivity.
Just thank you so much for coming and sharing with us, and letting everyone know who our wonderful guidance counselor is at Read-Pattillo. And I'm looking forward to spending more time with you this year and learning more, everything that we can learn.
Definitely.
But if you do need help, please reach out to Mrs. Thompson. The school's telephone number is 424-2600, and we will share that email address with you at the end of this segment. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.